Good morning, boys and girls. I'm here with you today, Miss McKinney, to give the winners of our McKinney Math Challenge from not last week, but actually the week before. We're kind of a week behind, but we're going to get caught up. So we're going to start with the kindergarten and first grade problem. We had Mr. Basin giving Mrs. Basin some Valentine hearts, some candy for Valentine's Day. And he made a pattern with it. He gave her 7 and then he gave her 3 more. So Shranya, can you talk to us about how you solved your problem?
On the top, it had to have 7 hearts, and then it had to have 10 in a total. So I had to add 3 more hearts. Then to make sure if there were 10, I had to put the numbers on top of them, and then they all equaled 10.
That's great. Good job. And then how'd you know what colors how to color the hearts?
I looked on the top row, then I added the hearts on the bottom row because after red comes up, then yellow, then blue, then back to red. That's what I did on the bottom.
That's great. So you followed the
pattern.
Yes, awesome job. Great work, Sharanya. Very proud of you. All right, and we'll be back with our second and third grade problem. All right, I have Ellie and Mia here. They are second graders from Miss Brower's class and from Miss Donato's class, and they are going to talk to us about the second and third grade problem. So Mr. Marino was buying flowers for Mrs. Marino and for April Grace. He needed to buy 2 dozen flowers, and he needed to know how much money they were. So I really like the strategies that these girls used. Ellie, you used 2 strategies. You want to tell us about them?
Sure. I used sticks and dots. First I did 1 10 stick to represent 10, and then I had 2 left over, so I did 2 dots, and then I did that, then I copied it again, and then put 1 more 10 stick to represent 10, and then I had 2 more left over, and then I added these up for 10 plus 10 is 20, and then 2 plus 2 is 4.
Perfect. So we used sticks and dots, and then you broke it apart, and you added it up that way. Beautiful. And you got a total answer of what?
24.
Yes, $24. They were $1 each, right?
Yeah.
So Mr. Marino spent $24. Good job, Ellie.
Thank you.
Mia, tell us about the way you solved yours.
So I knew that 12 plus 12 equals 24. So I knew that a dozen was 12. So I knew that if 12 plus 12 equals 24.
Good job. You had to know that a dozen was 12 to solve this problem, right? You couldn't do it if you didn't know that. So you have to know that 1 dozen, that word means 12. Same thing. So excellent work, girls. I'm very proud of you. Thank you for doing McKinney Math. Good job.
Welcome.
All right, it's Miss McKinney again, and last but not least, I have Cambria and Camilo. Cambria is a 4th grader in Dr. Miracle's class, and Camilo is a 5th grader in Mr. Smith's class, and they both solved this very challenging geometry problem for the 4th and 5th grade problem, and what I thought was interesting is they each came up with different designs for the logo. So there could be multiple answers to this problem. So you had to design a logo that was 3 shapes put together. One had to be a 5-sided figure with 2 parallel sides, 2 right angles, and 1 line of symmetry. And the other 2 shapes were exactly alike. They each had to be an isosceles triangle with 1 side of the triangle matching up with the parallel side on the 3rd figure. So that's a lot to keep track of. So Cambria, how'd you solve it?
Okay, so first I had my 5-sided figure, and then I figured out 2 isosceles triangles and put them to the parallel sides on the pentagon.
Good.
I had.
Pentagon, 5-sided figure. Good
And
word.
and since it said the 5-sided figure had exactly 2 sides that were parallel, I put 2 parallel sides in purple, and then it said it has to have exactly 2 right angles, so I put the 2 right angles in green, and then I put my line of symmetry in orange, and then my 2 isosceles triangles in yellow.
Good job. Excellent. Excellent work. This was a tricky problem to go through all those steps, so you did a really good job. I like the way you color coded it too. Color coding helps us to kind of see. Camilo, you did a great job too, so tell us how you solved it.
So I look at the problem, and first I listed all the facts, like, for example, 3 shapes, 5 side figures, something like that. Then I did some sketches in other papers, but I came up with this design.
That's good. So you kind of pulled out all the facts that it had to be and listed them in a list form rather than reading it in the big paragraph form. So that can help us to organize information sometimes, right? And then I heard you say you did some sketches too on another sheet of paper. So you kind of guessed and checked, tried some things out to see if it would work. And then you put your final design on the paper and you made sure that it fit all of those details, all those parameters. You guys did a really good job on that. That was hard. And I love that I had a lot more participation in, especially 4th grade. I had some good 5th grade participation, but 4th grade really stepped it up, so good job, guys. I will be coming back at you with another round of McKinney Math. So I definitely want to see the participation. All of my guests will be getting some free putt-putt, as you know. It's all about the free putt-putt, so we'll definitely get that going. And thanks for tuning in, guys, and I'll see you later. Back to the Anchor.
Good morning, Ed Haven. We're Anchors Brian and Molly. Since we had a long segment today with McKinney Math, we're going to get to the important news. So what's for lunch today, Molly?
Today's lunch choices are chicken nuggets with a breadstick, rotini with meat sauce and a breadstick, or a chef salad.
Today's items are California vegetables, seasoned potatoes, and a variety of salads and fruits. What's today's weather?
It's going to be a partly cloudy day with temperatures from the high 50s to high 60s. We may even break 70 degrees.
Soccer Shots and Robotics Club meet today at 3:15.
This Thursday night is Family Fitness Night from 6 to 7:30. Come out to learn many ways to exercise from fitness boot camp to yoga. It will be great. Have a cosmogonic day in Haven.
Teachers, students, and staff, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hey, what you guys doing?
We're doing some engineering. We've got a couple of our supplies over here, and we wrote our plan already.
Cool. Did you guys know it's engineering week next week?
Really? Every time in Haven is doing it.
Oh, that's so cool.
Alright, guys, you ready? Let's sneak in. Let's get some free putt-putt while he's not here. Oh my gosh, you left it a mess in here.
He's worse than me, really.
Okay. Free putt-putt for you. 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 And some free putt-putts for me. Come on, let's get out of here, quick. Before someone catches us.